Hey guys, today I'm gonna be talking to you about how to recognize a narcissist. Oh my gosh, super important that you know that. And where I'm gonna be telling you all this information is from all the research that I've been doing for over 10 years, and I actually have this book, The Empowered Women's Guide to Dating, where I actually set an entire chapter where I'm speaking about how to recognize the right guy and how to avoid falling for the wrong guy. So this is super important. And in that segment, in that part of the book, I actually am talking about the narcissist. Okay, the narcissist is one of the worst people you can encounter in your entire life. So you want to avoid, actually there are mainly 5 characteristics of the guy that you want to avoid, but the narcissist is by far the worst. So in this video I'm just going to be talking about the characteristics, the personality traits, okay, this that you're going to be able to recognize a guy, and you might be really suspecting with 99% accuracy that he is a narcissist, and you have to watch out. Okay, so again, if you want to have the details of this information, it's in my book, The Empowered Women's Guide to Dating, and I'm going to put a link under this video. So the narcissist, my dears, that's why I put in the video that this guy is super charming. This guy is super it's very attractive because of his personality, his confidence, right? And he knows how to attract men and women. Actually, he's a man that he also was going to be very attractive to men, in the sense that he's going to be very charming and very charismatic. So that is the danger with this kind of guy. And now I'm going to tell you what is the biggest issue with the narcissist. The truth is that even if they are super and very charming, they lack empathy. And this is the biggest problem in any relationship. It can be romantic, it can be friendship, it can be work. It's the worst thing you can encounter in someone, when someone doesn't have lack of empathy. And of course, narcissists, they have 0. Okay, so now how can you recognize this guy right early on in your interactions? Well, first of all, remember I'm always saying that you have to be super slow, right? Also slow to hire and fast to fire, right? So super slow to really get serious in a relationship. You have to make sure the guy that you're dating is not a narcissist. How do you do that? Well, so besides the lack of empathy, you're not going to know he lacks empathy in your first 3 interactions. Or maybe you will. And let me tell you how, okay? So, of course, this guy is all about myself, right? It's all about I love myself. You're going to see that he loves himself very much. And he's going to show attention at the beginning, extremely attention to you. He's going to be very extreme, very, very bombastic, okay? But somehow you feel that everything goes around to him. He is at the center of the universe. And this is maybe nothing new for you, but he would say something like, of course, in a relationship, in a deeper relationship, he would know that everybody loves him. He expects him to be loved by everyone. And if someone doesn't love him or doesn't like him, or someone makes a mistake, you know, he's gonna feel like it's against him. He's gonna really feel rejected. This kind of personality lacks a lot of esteem, self-esteem. And this is the dangerous. Now I'm gonna explain you what the difference is between confidence and self-esteem. Confidence is someone who really shows to the world, I'm like big, right? Like this, I am capable of doing anything. I'm between marks, because deep down they don't value themselves very much. This is self-esteem. The self-esteem is the person who really doesn't really think it's valuable. It's about your own value. And this confidence is, I know I can do things. This is the 2 different things, okay? And the problem with the narcissist personality is that he doesn't believe he's worth it. That is the truth. That is sad, but it's the problem with the narcissistic. So when you see that, for example, you go in a date, you are going out drinking a coffee, and he doesn't feel that the full attention or something is perfect towards him, and he feels annoyed, that is already a sign that you have to be very careful and keep on checking his personality. That's number one, okay? Everything has to be perfect toward him. Remember, he's loved and admired by everyone in his head. Number two, okay? He considers, and this is very sad also, actually all of them are sad. He considers that most people, okay, or actually except his mom, really, and maybe his father, or maybe his friends, his closer family, but otherwise everybody's stupid, okay? At a certain point, if the degree of narcissistic personality is too extreme, you're gonna even feel that you are stupid in his eyes. This is the extreme, but there are narcissists that there are degrees, but maybe that he's not gonna tell you you're stupid, but he's gonna let you know or make you feel that the rest of the world is very stupid. Everybody's stupid, everybody's inept, only he knows. It's, again, everything is about him, right? So everybody's stupid except him. He's perfect. He never makes a mistake. Number three actually, there is no need for him to apologize. And this is very easy to recognize. If you're going in the first 2-3 dates, you really see this very easily. Let me tell you, when you go with a guy and he starts to be super kind and apologetic for, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, it's 5 minutes late. This is not a narcissistic guy. Be happy, be gentle with the guys that are very apologetic, because let me tell you, a guy who apologizes a lot, he's for sure not a narcissist. Narcissist personality, they don't apologize because they are gods, right? So this is very telling. Those little tiny details can really help you recognize a narcissistic personality. They do not make mistakes. They don't have to apologize. They are like perfect. And if ever they make a mistake, they blame others, you know? I have an ex who he blamed God, you know, for his mistakes, because everything was against him because he was perfect. That big is their problem, their mental problem, that they never make mistakes. It's about others or even God, you know, it's that bad. So another telling truth about the personality of the narcissist is if ever something goes wrong, actually, it's because against me. This goes together with what I just said. So again, now faithfulness. This is very telling, ladies, because we suffer a lot from cheaters, right? And how do you recognize a narcissistic personality? Faithfulness, it's important for them, but you have to be faithful to them, not them to you, okay? So you have to be nice and kind and faithful, but they don't see they have to be faithful with you, okay? So remember, they don't not gonna tell you that at the beginning of a relationship. They will never tell you that. They're not that stupid. They would really manipulate you, and that's the danger with the narcissistic personality, because they are going to manipulate you until you fall for them, and then they're going to start to change the rules. But for now, just be careful of the guy who has the rest of the other personality, of the other traits, because the faithfulness, it doesn't apply for a narcissistic. Remember, he's God. He's the center of the universe. He can do anything he wants because he's perfect and everybody loves him. So you have to be very careful with that, because that guy is going to be 100% a cheater. So another thing that is telling about the narcissist is, if you ever feel sad, if you ever feel confused, if you ever feel that something is wrong, he's not gonna be empathetic. He's not, because we know he lacks empathy. He's gonna lack compassion. He's gonna totally going to blow it off. He's not gonna understand you. He's gonna say that, why are you making such a big fuss about it, you know? He's not gonna be understanding of your pain. He's gonna minimize your pain. He's gonna say that you exaggerate. He's gonna say that you're crazy. He's gonna say that you imagine things, you know, those kind of guys who never ever really give you the credit that you deserve when you feel and you are really truly feeling something that's wrong. Well, that's a narcissistic guy. A narcissist is always gonna minimize your feelings, is gonna always minimize your emotions, and even if you see a picture of him with someone, he's gonna say that you imagine things. Okay, it's very manipulative, narcissistic guy. Another one, if this is very telling, because like I mentioned, they really have a very thin skin. They really have very thin self-esteem. So it's very likely, okay, that he might feel depressed sometimes, that he might feel lonely, or that very often he's gonna feel anger. Because remember, he lacks self-esteem. So he really feels that the world is against him, even though he wishes in his mind to be loved by everyone. But because that's impossible, that is the problem with the narcissist. So if he ever feels fear or loneliness or depression or anger or anything of that, it's your fault, okay? And what I mean is your fault in this romantic relationship, this romantic idea that you will be dating someone like that, he will make your life miserable, okay? And if you are enjoying yourself because maybe you have something to share that is positive, he's gonna try to minimize it again. You should not be happier than he is, okay? Nobody deserves to be happy. It's only him. So this is apparently exaggerating, but when you really pay attention to the little tiny aspects of the personality of someone, when you start dating someone, you start to see those little tiny seeds of personality, and you have to be very careful because, you know, if you date someone with very close, and you pay close attention the first 3 months, you really are able to tell what kind of person it is. Now, that's a danger because in those 3 months, we fall for someone, right? So, but when you are prepared, statistics in studies that the psychologists have made, they show that we can prevent things from happening. So, now last comment I want to tell you about the narcissist, okay, is that he knows that he is opposing you. He knows what he's doing, but he doesn't see it as a problem, you know, because remember, he is the center of your universe. So that is the problem with this personality. And I'm telling you this because if you're either really dating someone with this kind of personality, and you're trying to talk to that person, if you're trying to make him understand, you're just wasting your time. Because this person knows what he's doing, but he doesn't see it as a problem. So the problem is not him. The problem is you, darlings. Okay? So, and that's the way he sees it. And the truth is, it's true, because now it's your problem. He will never change. So, darlings, one thing that I want to tell you that now, something that it happens often, this is something that is super funny, because a charming individual, okay, that you're dating, and let's say he's super charming and always perfect, right? And you go into a date, into a coffee, or you go to have a nice dinner with him. This could be at the beginning of your relationship, okay? This is super easy to recognize. And for example, he gets mad because the waitress made a mistake with the food, with the bill, with the drink, whatever. And he blows it off. He kind of explodes, right? Or he gets mad. This is very telling. You got to be very careful, ladies. So I give you really the pointers about recognizing a narcissist. And ladies, it's just one of the things, one of the traits that you have to be super careful in when you are dating, when you want to fall in love for someone. So there are 5. I'm going to tell you the other 5. The first one is the neurotic. You don't want a neurotic person. The second one is the narcissist, which I already explained you. The third is the complainer. That person was always complaining, right? Like the Downy Downer. That's another one. The cheater. And I explained what science explains about what are the characteristics of a typical cheater, okay? And number 5, and really bad. Oh no, I have 6 actually. The number 5 is the conflict avoidant. This guy seems to be very calm because he's not going to be in conflict with you, but he's going to avoid it. And the blamer. The blame is the one that it doesn't matter who made it, who did something. it's gonna blame you. And actually those are the personality traits, okay? But there is something else that I also explain in the book, and this is about the attachment. And I'm also have done videos speaking about attachment style. And one attachment style that I recommend you also to be very careful, and I speak in my book also about what attachment style is and how to recognize it, is you want to avoid the avoidant attachment style, because those kind of personalities are the people who are avoiding intimacy, and they really have an emotional problem. So now you know, guys, ladies, what to do, how to recognize a narcissist. I hope this information really serves you. I'm gonna put the link of my book. It's $4 or $5 US, the ebook. It's really not expensive. You can get it on Amazon, and it's backed with a lot of information about what to recognize, how to recognize a good guy and a bad guy right away, and also give you questions to ask. I'm also give you bad answers, good answers, what they mean. Oh my gosh, so all the information that you need. I hope really this information saves you. Ladies, I'm gonna be really now doing these live videos every single week. I want to help you more. See you soon in another live video. Bye bye. Have a wonderful weekend.